Prior to the 2024 NFL season, both Terry McLaurin and Courtland Sutton had quarterback upgrades that resulted in big fantasy football seasons. So here are some wide receivers in 2025 that can follow the same path. They get a quarterback upgrade and they have a big fantasy football season. Before we get into those wide receivers, you have to understand the quarterback market for potential upgrades, which is separated into these two categories. We have incoming rookie prospects along with NFL free agents. The first wide receiver is Malik Nabers, who had a stellar rookie season, ranking second in targets, third in receptions, and seventh in receiving yards. The first-round rookie was so productive with the likes of Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, Tommy DeVito, and Tim Boyle. The Giants have the third overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Which, on a similar note, I think Wan'Dale Robinson could be a sleeper. He proved to be a solid slot wide receiver complement to Malik Nabers and earned 140 targets in 2024. Garrett Wilson finally had his fantasy football breakout with a wide receiver 10 finish. That was with Aaron Rodgers, who I do not think is Garrett Wilson's ceiling of a quarterback in his career. The Jets are going to move on from Rodgers, which leaves the opportunity for Garrett Wilson to have better quarterback play in 2025. Jerry Jeudy had his best NFL season with his first year over 1,000 yards, and he finished as a top 12 fantasy wide receiver. Jeudy's best performances came with Jameis Winston, but he also had a mix of Deshaun Watson, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, and Bailey Zappi in 2024. The Browns have some power this offseason with the second overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. George Pickens is shown to have a ton of upside, but he's not really produced to his expectation in fantasy football. In 2023, he had a mixture of Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, and Mason Rudolph. Then in 2024, he had a split of Justin Fields and then Russell Wilson. Consistent quarterback play could mean consistent fantasy football production. Calvin Ridley had a mixture of Will Levis and Mason Rudolph in 2024. He's had back-to-back seasons over 1,000 receiving yards since returning to football. The Titans have the first overall pick in this year's NFL Draft. Ridley really seems very much like a Courtland Sutton. Finally, Jakobi Meyers had a solid season as the wide receiver 19. He always feels disrespected for fantasy football. The last 2 years, he's had a mixture of Gardner Minshew, Aiden O'Connell, Desmond Ridder. I think the Raiders finally fill their quarterback hole in 2025, which will be great for Jakobi Meyers along with rookie sensation Brock Bowers. To cap things off for you guys in Dynasty Fantasy Football Leagues, I have some transactions above that I would consider making this offseason.